Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
It's a really magical film, but I have to ask you, you've done so many things in your career, comedy, drama, you've done some singing on Schmigadoon. How is the art of, shall we say, big suit acting?
Big suit acting,
being a little bit more politically correct.
I gotta tell you, big suit acting is delightful. It's absolutely delightful. I really just, because it helps you get into character.
Yeah.
And I just have to give a shout out to our wardrobe team and the hair and makeup team, and they really helped immerse me in the character, and everything turned out so beautifully. It just looks so great, and I don't even recognize myself, and it's fantastic.
Does it change your natural instincts? Because obviously you're kind of acting with things that aren't normally there. Does it kind of? Do you have to like adapt yourself?
You kind of have to. You have to negotiate your movement, and which is, you know, I think if you were a person of that size, that you would certainly move differently than I would, and at this size, obviously, and. It really, it was really a fun job. It was really I was really looking forward to the experience every day I went to work. And so after 4.5 hours of makeup, I was still raring to go.
Yeah. Some of your cast members were saying just how wonderful it was to turn up on set, because even though there's computer enhancements, the set itself is, and the square and all that kind of is real.
Yeah,
and
practical.
how helpful that is for you guys as actors, that you're stepping into a real thing and you can
Absolutely.
kind of, you know, act with things that aren't a green tennis ball, shall we say?
Right, exactly. It was, it wasn't a world full of green tennis balls. It was, a real cart and a real market and real chocolate shops, and it just helps. It helps everywhere, all around the bend. I remember at one point in time, I walked around the corner of one of the sets, and I was expecting to see the wood behind the flats, and it was just a whole nother street. Just a whole nother street with homes on it, and I was like, "This is fantastic!" And you just get this sense that you're in a place, that you're really, and we were really in a place.
Timothy's kind of shot to fame quite quickly for someone so young. But I was just saying to Paul how brilliant he is in this role, and how this is kind of like, it's kind of not changed my opinion of him, but kind of given me a new opinion of him and appreciation of what he can do as a performer. For someone so young, how taken were you with him? Because it's a huge undertaking to take on this character first and foremost.
I'm over the moon that I get to work with him, and over the moon by his talent. I'm overtaken by his talent. He is so young, but he's so knowing, and for him to tackle the roles that he's tackled, and then for him to kind of go off script, if you will, and do something like this, just shows the courage that he has as a performer. And I'm just so honored and so excited to be able to work with him and see this final product and how great he is in this final product.
Yeah.
It's really something else.
Yeah.
He's kind of. I was gonna say talented beyond his years, but that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't seem that at this age you should be able to have this breadth of experience already, and he does, and it's great.
Yeah. As a final question, this was a change to my original question, because on the way in I was on TikTok and you popped up as substitute teacher on Key and Peele, and my brain was just like, how would that substitute teacher pronounce Timothée Chalamet?
Oh, you mean well, he already did pronounce, in the sketch. There's another Timothy. Yeah, it's Timothée. If you're gonna say your name, then you may as well say it right.
What about the Chalamet?
But Chalamet. So if his last name is Chalamet, then you should be saying Chalamet. I don't know what Chalamet means. That don't mean nothing to me.
What about the other Slugworth and is it Finkelgruber? There's loads of great names in this. I was just picturing the substitute teacher just going absolutely crazy.
Those are tough. The Finkelgruber and the Prod Nose, those are tough ones for him. I don't know. I think his head would explode. Right?
Yeah, that's the last day on the job.
Yeah, it's last day on the job.
Keegan, it's always lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you.
Pleasure to talk to you. Thanks so much,
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!